everyone's hearing the bad news that's coming out of this crisis, which is a number of deaths in our state and increasing numbers of cases. But we also think it's important to mention that a number of people are recovering without any complications or problems. What that means is it means that they are at least 3 days without symptoms and 7 days since the beginning of their symptoms. But even at that point, then we ask people, please follow strict social distancing for at least 4 days. And even after that, you want to be very careful to stay away from individuals as much as possible. But we had the opportunity to hear about a couple of our first cases in Delaware, and some of our folks talked to them, and they were willing to share a little bit about their story. So this was a husband and wife from Newcastle County, and his symptoms began with a fever and followed by body aches. His wife's symptoms actually began more mild, like as a common cold. They both got tested and they both were found to be positive. I want to emphasize and thank them for, once they began to develop symptoms and get tested, they isolated even before they got their results, which is really important. But then they stayed in isolation as they needed to. And what they wanted to make sure that we shared with others is how important it is that everybody is following the guidance of staying home when you're sick, staying home while you're waiting tests, and for those who are found to be positive, certainly following the guidance of isolation so that they know, and those in that situation know, that they're doing everything they can to not spread it to others. So we really thank them for sharing their story with us, and we know that there's also many other Delawareans who have or will recover with no consequences.